Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to the Creative Cast. Today, it's just gonna be a conversation. And yeah, let's get started. The Creative, the Creative Cast, the Creative, the Creative Cast. Yo, so today I have a special guest. Why don't you go ahead and interview yourself today? God damn it. We keeping that in. I don't give a fuck. No, we keeping all that shit in. No.
All right, bro. It's your boy Tomaro, a.k.a. Meezy Mero in the building.
All right. And, like I said, today we're just going to be having a little talk about probably the state of the world or whatever comes to mind. Bear with me. This is my first time having a guest, as you can see in the first part. This is a longtime friend, pretty much since middle school when I first moved out here.
Heck yeah, bro.
So,
it's been a minute, man.
I mean, we both 20, so that's good 6.5 years, man.
Bro, we old, man, when you think about it, bro.
You old, bro.
All right.
Hey, you older than me. You old, my guy.
Man, we both the same age, man.
Nah. But so one of the key things we were talking about yesterday is, I guess, the idea of hitting rock bottom. How I saw rock bottom, which came apparent to me that really wasn't the case for my parents yesterday, is that it's really, I saw it as, me not having enough money or having, a negative balance, but me not being able to control that right now. Like, I can get a job, right, and be able to control it, but as of, like, right now, I can't control it. And when I can't control things, it brings that different side out of me that I've been trying to let go. And it brings that ego back, because your ego is just your fear. You're letting fear control your life. So that's one thing I was trying to get rid of, was my ego. But, due to recent things that have been going on, I can really say that I've had a very tough time really controlling my ego or trying to dismantle it again. Because it's not really the fear of, oh man, when am I going to eat again? Oh, we don't have anything to drink in the house. So what am I going to do? And like, no, because obviously, I live with my parents who both bust their ass so we can have things in this house. And obviously that's not the case. My dad brought this up to me yesterday that, rock bottom is not having a negative balance,
Right.
or not being able to pay for things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not having nowhere to stay. It's not having anybody else to turn to. And that's why, like, in my head, now I see it, it's like, man, this is first world problems, man. Like, people stressing over credit card debt and, like, rock bottom is subjective, obviously, right? Because in America, okay, we might think rock bottom is thousands of dollars in credit card debt, right? Or student loans. Somebody in another country, or hell, on another side of the United States, it's like, man, that's what you worried about? How about this? I don't know when my next meal is coming. I don't know when I'm going to be able to even touch a new pair of clothes.
Oh yeah, everybody got different problems, man.
Exactly. And it's like I had to sit back because I'm grateful for everything. Every morning I meditate. I say I'm grateful for even being able to wake up this morning. I'm grateful for even being able to sit, stand, laid back down. Having the freedom to do whatever I please with my body.
Okay, man.
Because I mean,
it's a million of people, don't even have that right, Like, you know what I'm grateful for these days, man?
What's that?
I'm grateful to be able to open my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that don't open their eyes anymore. There's people that don't wake up the next morning, We wake up the next morning and we're able to choose what we do that day, We are able to go around, like you said, moving our limbs. There are millions of people out there that are in wheelchairs. Heck, there are people that need wheelchairs and can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like rock bottom is more of a opinionated thing. Like, what is your rock bottom to you? Whereas me, rock bottom would be living paycheck to paycheck. Like, the fact that I have to govern my finances just to be able to not live but survive. You know what I'm saying? Right, and then there'll be a few days where I didn't govern it right, to where there's a few days where you're thinking, oh shit, I might not be eating today or tomorrow, but then my paycheck comes on a Tuesday, so then I'm good for another week or so. That would be rock bottom to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to live like that. I feel like nobody wants to live like that, but at the same time, to me, that's my rock bottom. But then there's people out there that be like, hey, at least you get a check.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
And I mean, we can go into like different factors with that part. Being like, unless you get a paycheck, it's like, well, I mean, you can go get a job and you get a paycheck just like I do. Like, even if you're a convicted felon, convicted convict, that's the same fucking thing. If you're a convicted felon, like, you can still get a job. You're not gonna, obviously, it's not gonna be some good shit unless you make your own business.
Hell yeah.
And we all know how hard it is to make a business. Hell, I'm making a business right now, and this shit, bro,
it's not easy, bro.
At all.
Takes time, a lot of time. Everybody got these get-rich-quick schemes, but they don't tell you that time frame. You know what I mean?
Or they hide the thousands of dollars that you have to throw under the bus just to get mentored by them. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, well, you come to my program, and we'll make sure that you get the best. The best advice that you'll ever get in your life. Just buy my program. Usually it's $5,000. And right there, you already got me because, like, first of all, I don't have that shit. Second of all, if I did, I'm not giving it to your ass when I can spend it on my business.
Exactly. And then the deal will be, it used to be $5,000. Now it's $4,999.
It's like nigga, that's taxes, motherfucker. Like,
man.
And even then, it's like, we'll give you this small deal for $997. It's like, so was your thing really worth that much money to begin with? If you're able to put a price on, because what I feel like my advice is priceless. Mm-hmm. What I say here, the shit that I do, especially like this podcast, is worth millions. But I would definitely give somebody millions of dollars of free game to get them up. Now, okay, I understand, it's a profit. You're making a profit. This is, it's passive income. So if people keep buying your course, hell, you could set up a 5-week course and never touch that bitch again. And just have people on there just doing it. Always paying $997. Limited time deal. Nigga, that deal will be there for the next 2 years. That is not limited time. Like, I could look at it, and then it'd be lower the next week. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't like seeing that shit on YouTube. It's so weird. It's like, oh, buy my course and you'll become a millionaire. It's like,
yeah, man.
Like, blueprints are different for everybody. You can't just, like I was saying in my, on podcast number 6, painting my canvas. You can't have a canvas, right, that you're painting, and then some extraordinary artist, like, just, let's say we brung fucking Michelangelo back from the dead, right?
Mm-hmm. Or Bob Ross.
Exactly.
Like that.
And oh well, I mean he's alive, so he's alive, right?
No, Bob Ross dead, man.
Damn. All right. All right. All right. We'll do Bob Ross because I mean I know him more, right? Oh, well, I know about more of his work because he always painting shit. So Bob Ross comes over and is like, "Hey man, I can make this painting better." It's like, okay, well, here, try it, or I can give you the blueprint, right? He paints something on your canvas, right? Your canvas is, like I said in podcast number 6, it's a dragon flying over a city. Let's say he paints, which he probably would not paint this, but let's say he paints something and it's like destruction, right? And it's like, hey, over here, my painting is about like free will, being able, like having freedom to go where you please. That's what the dragon symbolizes. You're flying over cities. That's what it's supposed to be about. Not, oh my God, there's a dragon burning our city alive. Like, that's not what that's about. Right? And it's like, I can take that back to like the YouTube shit where it's like, I'm not trying to get rich just to get rich, my nigga. I'm trying to get rich so I can fucking help the world. A lot of these people, and like, I'm fine with sitting there and slaving out of my house, bro. Slaving out of my house and making next to nothing while I'm doing my my podcast, my music. By the way, album is coming out. Canvas is coming out March 23rd.
Yes, sir.
You already know. It's gonna be 6 songs and everything is done by me. The production is done by me. The engineering, as y'all already know, I'm an engineer. It's done by me. The recording, the vocals, everything, chorus, everything you hear in there is done by me. So I want y'all to. So when it does come out, and I'll put a pre-save link in this podcast because it will be on YouTube and it is most definitely going to be on Spotify. Just give me a little bit, but this album really means a lot to me. So if you can, I mean, all of them do, right? Because I'm talking about my life. But this means more to me than if you're an OG fan, Blissful Agony. This means more to me than that album. That album was to really come to terms that, because Blissful is like satisfaction, being content. Agony is sheer pain. So those two words together that I put together, Blissful Agony is content with feeling pain. And that was my way of, letting people know like how I'm really feeling because I was never able to do that.
Yeah, man.
Now, Canvas is different. Canvas is telling you how you can get it out, just like how I do. You can get this shit regardless of where you came from, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you came from, right? But let me not get off topic from what we were talking about earlier, right? Even though it kind of, blends in.
Yeah, it blends in perfectly, man. I mean, the canvas, is the same thing. Canvas is just your way of showing how you're feeling. Whereas me and my boy Key, we aren't people that are talkative, man. You can ask him, you can ask me. Like, when we going through something, man, we not just going to upright and tell people. Man, we might not even tell our best friend. I might not even tell Key. Key might not even tell me. But the thing is, we have a way of communicating to each other like, yo, man, I'm going through something. And heck, sometimes we even need help. But like I said, we don't just say that outright, It's just how we show ourselves, how we express ourselves. And to a lot of people, a canvas is a huge way of how to say, I need help. I'm going through something. To some, a canvas is a real deal thing. A canvas can be your whole world. Whereas some people, it's more like music, like me and Key. Music is a huge way for us to get our emotions out. You know what I mean? So it's about how you can express yourselves, which is why I say these get rich quick schemes aren't always working, because it might be what's best for that YouTube creator. But who's to say that's it's best for you. This person be like, say, well, the first thing you need to do is go out and get a vehicle. Not saying that they'll do that, which they'll be like, I need you to get a vehicle. I need you to get an Audi. All right. That's how they see you. People will need to see you as a luxurious person. Well, let's say you living in a third world country. How in the hell am I gonna get my hands on an Audi? Better yet, a car.
Exactly, and especially when some of these third world countries, their trucks are literally like our idea of an old
Beat
06, 05 F-150.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hell no, more like 99 F-150s. 2001 is like early, like, and it's like not to bash them, right? Because get how you live, bro. If you find a way to make money and you make 10,000 a month or more, right? And you did something where you getting out the mud, I don't give a fuck what you do. If it's a Ponzi scheme, pyramid, I don't care, dude. If you scam, whatever, just know that shit is gonna come back to you, man. Like, so if you're scamming somebody, somebody's gonna scam you. If you're doing get rich quick schemes and insulting people because they don't want to buy your program, okay, you'll go broke at one time. Or somebody will have a better get rich quick scheme and people will stop coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, man. Not just for my own karma, but for everybody else's karma around me.
Like, yeah, especially at a young age, man. You don't see a lot of young people doing podcasts and stuff. Like, the young people that you see nowadays, are able to get out there doing some stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing some stupid dance, and all of a sudden, man, I'm rich. They don't tell you that that's a one in a million chance. You know what I'm saying? One dude did the whip, and all of a sudden is famous. And then all of a sudden you say, okay, I can make a stupid dance and get famous, right? So you try it, and you broke as hell, broker than ever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid.
And I'll also pay attention to my guy Salento, the Watch Me Whip and Nene guy. If you
Heck
don't know,
yeah, man.
2 billion streams, and he went off the deep end. Like, he did some things, and I can probably chalk that up to just fame. You got 2 billion views. Niggas looking for the next song now. Like, where is it at? And he makes more music, which isn't bad at all. I had to go back and look at it. Just like how I had to go back and look at Lil Pump's new stuff, which, I mean, it sounds the same, but
I'm about to
it's
say,
not
man,
bad.
if you about to give credit to Lil Pump,
I mean,
man, that's a whole
hey,
different story, bruh.
Lil Pump, I'm like, he ain't bad, right? It's just, well, in this day and age, he's not bad. If he was in the 90s, though, they would tear him alive. If he was in the 90s, obviously he would have more bars, right? Because
Hopefully.
like, niggas didn't rap like that. But I just love music today because, like, the fact that anybody can make it now is, I love that. But the downside is anybody can make it.
Doing this, like a whole crazy thing about Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Yes, bro. Like,
the woman
shit
is out there making money now.
It's like being stupid is glorified. Being negative is glorified. But before I get to that, I want to go back to Salento.
Right.
2 billion views on YouTube, and I don't know how many he had on like across every other platform. Probably is multi-billions, bro. Which is crazy, because that kind of means that's 1/4 of the world's entire population, in like technical terms, because obviously not 1/4 of the fucking population saw it. Probably 100 to 300 million people saw it and just watched it like 5-6 times. That's really what happens.
But still, man.
But that's still like
billions of views, man. That's crazy. And where is he now, man?
I think he's in jail. Either he's in jail or he got out or he's awaiting trial. He did some things, man, and like I can chalk that up probably to fame and some other issues that he probably had. It's a thing to come up fast as shit, but it's also another thing to come up and get as many views as he got. That's why I'm like, for this album, man, I'm shooting for 1,000 streams. Then after that, we can 10x that, 10,000 streams, 10x that again, 100,000 streams, a million, like keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want my music to be for the longevity. I'm not just trying to pop off and be a one-hit fucking wonder, bro.
No, man.
Especially with what I'm talking about. Like, Canvas, we all hear Canvas is different. When... Okay, what the hell? Okay. Alright. So, like, Canvas is different, right? When I make music, I'm not trying to, like I already said, I'm not trying to be here as a one-hit wonder. I'm trying to, be here for the long term. I'm preaching longevity, and I've always been that way. But then, you see people pop off that are your age or younger than you. It's like, nigga, this song is trash. Why am I not there? But you're comparing yourself right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start being an asshole to everybody because you didn't make it. When you're clearly, quote unquote, giant quotes, better than him. If you were better than him, why aren't you there?
Aren't you out there making the same money they making, if not more?
They ain't an overnight success. Them niggas bust their ass, bro. Unless you the Island Boys, then your ass got famous over TikTok and shit, and then the song isn't bad. Like the song, the song ain't bad, man. It's like when they start speaking, I don't know what language I know they speak English, but another language they speak. When they started speaking that language, even though people in the comments were like, man, they ain't saying shit. The niggas ain't saying shit. They just speaking in another language. It's like, bro, that still sounds cool. I love like when people speak in another language, even if you ain't saying shit. Like,
it still sounds good to hear.
Yeah, it sounds cool as hell to hear. And seeing them, they can switch from English to I think Spanish. I think they were speaking Spanish. From English to Spanish, that's heat, bro. Like keep building on that shit. Just don't be the dickheads that y'all are on the internet. Don't stop trying to. Like it's like people are always just trying to go viral in this day and age, man. Well, which you will because you're like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. Which is true. Yeah, you can. But remember that these niggas, it's like there's a case like the Island Boys, or who else fucking just blew up out of nowhere?
Man, who's the freaking nigga dude that made that Asian guy, big hit, was it Whoopin' Gangnam Style or whatever? Gangnam Style?
Yeah, he is. He a legend though. Like I wouldn't even make if I made Gangnam Style and I made as many views as that shit, I'm not making another song. Man, you already solidified as a legend.
But that's the thing. I don't want to. Well, that's the point of us. We're not trying to be like one-hit wonders, like you said.
Exactly.
Plus, it's like, for us, I want to first off say that I am blessed to have grown up where I did and with who I'm with. Because I can proudly say that who I surround myself with are all not only dreamers, but hard workers, you know what I'm saying? One of my boys, he a hard worker, man. He going out trying to get his license for realting, and I'm like, that's a good thing. And the only thing is, he's not only working at it, he's trying to get me on it. He's trying to get Key on it. He's trying to get his boys closest to him on that mess, so he's not the only one, because he knows it might take time, but he gonna get there, you know what I'm saying? Key, my man Key over here working, slaving in here, doing his shit, you know what I'm saying? His music is not something to play about. He's not talking about, oh, I got $1 million chains, man. He's talking about what I had to go through before I could get to being able to get $1 million chains, you know what I mean? Like, and then at a young age, with his albums, you know what I'm saying, from an outside point of view, right? His album Blissful Agony, that shit spoke to me in like so many different ways, you know what I mean? And it helped. And that's the point of us wanting longevity, because we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it to be able to reach people. Like me, I'm coming out with an album called This Thing of Mine. You know what I mean? It's not just talking about where I came from, but what I went through. Not just saying, oh, me and my boys, we had to, we selling out here. Nah, man, not everybody goes through that shit.
Yes,
Everybody got a different rock bottom, like we just said.
exactly.
But like
That
we
thing
doing
too.
suburb, like we live in the suburbs. All right, we suburban ass niggas. But the thing is, that don't mean we not going through shit.
They probably got that from what I said in my house, in my parents.
I'm about to say,
Like,
still, bro.
plural.
If we live out on our own, I promise you, we not gonna go so far. You know?
And like, so I like to reference this book a lot. It's called, I haven't read it yet. I need to go get it. But Rich Dad.
To reverence a book that you don't know.
Well, because I've heard so much shit about it, and there's like,
right. Go ahead.
All right. So the book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The basis of it and like the science of it is, you grow up with a rich dad, you're more likely to be rich. You grow up with a poor dad or a poor family, right? I'll say that. In a poor family, because if I say poor dad, I mean a lot of people don't have dads in those type of communities. So I'll say poor family. For a family, you're more likely to be poor or like working class, right? Which, I mean, would be considered not poor, but like you're still living check to check, right? So, and I was like, okay, so let me really look into this. So, like a rich dad was like, and I was thinking, because I remember talking to my dad about this, I was like, yeah, like with a rich dad, like the kid gets to see the success of his dad closing a deal. The kid gets to see the success and the smiles on his parents' face when they do something monumental. The kid gets to see the happiness, the joy in his parents' eyes when they come home and they say, I just got a raise, or I just got promoted. Or, hey, my boss wants to take me out to dinner. And like, as a kid, like, you're not going to know all those fucking terms, right? But you're going to see your parents happy. You see happiness. When you want something, they go get it. Like, they go out and they go get it. You always hear, okay, I can get that. Or you get the advice from a rich family. Or, hell, not even a rich family, probably a middle-class family, too.
Hell yeah. Because,
like, you get the fucking, you know what I mean? You get the satisfaction of knowing like how to control your money and how to really invest, and they'll teach you these things, right? With a poor family, you're not going to hear that as much. With a poor family, you hear, nah, I can't get that. Or if you have an assholes for parents, or an asshole for a parent, you'll hear, you don't deserve that. Why are you asking for that? We can't pay for that. We're broke. Remember, the first 7 years of your life are so important.
Very, bro. They build.
Exactly. So the first 7, right? Obviously, 0 to 7, right? Then 8 to 14. Then after that, 14 to 21. So I'm in the third stage of my life.
Growing up life.
Exactly. Every 7 years is a new stage. It's like when you're a snake and you shed your skin. It's the same thing. It's a new direction in life. Every 7 years is a different direction in life. So I'm 20, so I'm reaching the end of my third stage of life. So it's the first 7 years, like that's when you'll hear, we can't afford that. You don't deserve this. We're broke. You hear that shit forever, and it's like, you keep that mindset. You'll remember that mindset. Oh, I don't deserve this.
It builds.
Why don't you say you don't deserve this? You have the money times 10. No, I just don't deserve this. What are you basing that on? In your mind, you're not going to tell somebody, oh, well, when I was little, my parents said I didn't deserve this, so it stuck with me, because you're not going to know that.
It's just going to be in you.
Exactly. It's just something that's there. It's like, oh, I can't afford this.
Exactly. When you hear something over and over and over again, you know what I'm saying? It starts to mirror. It's what you are. After you hear it for so long, you hear I'm ugly all the time. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. Well, damn. What do you believe now? I'm ugly.
Exactly,
That's what you
exactly.
believe in, man. And I
Especially when you
like how
say
you
it.
said
Oh,
that
my
whole
bad. Go.
seven. No, you good, bro. I like how you said that whole 7 year thing because you know what I'm saying. I'd like to say we're both um we're somewhat different, but well along the same lines of spirituality. And in the Bible, it talks about the number seven isn't just a lucky number to some people, and I put quotations on lucky, but it's also means a number of completion. You know what I'm saying? On the seventh day, the whole world, it was all complete and God rested, right? Well, when you are reaching that seventh year of that stage, that might mean, well, that stage is starting to be completed, which means like that year, whatever happened through those 6 years, 7 years, is now done. It's already inside you. Like you already learned that, and now it's nailed into your body. Like if you heard I'm ugly for 7 years, it's nailed in your body now. So for those 7 years, it's complete. You believe it. It's gone. You don't even have to hear it for the next 7 years. It's already inside you. So for the next 7 years, you hear I'm poor. 7 years go by. That seventh year, you hear I'm poor. So what is it? Nailed in your body. So you don't have to hear it for the next stage because it's already nailed in you. It's
Exactly.
completed. The stage is completed. They put it in you so bad. Now, I'm not saying things can't be uprooted. I believe in uprooting. I believe in changing. But when you hear it so many goddamn times, it's like shit.
It's like I'm like now you feel sorry for yourself, even though like, and it's like damn, I feel sorry for myself, even though like I haven't even started life yet.
Exactly, man.
You go
God
to
forgive
and
me.
then you and you go into college, right? And you still feel like you don't deserve to be in the position that you're in. And it's also another thing called it's like I can't remember, but it's imposter something. I can't remember what the full thing is, but it's like when you make it somewhere, or you go somewhere and it's like I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be in this place. Like this is not me, right? That's imposter something. I can't remember if it's like imposter syndrome or disorder. I can't remember what it is. So just say imposter something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like that imposter thing is like can be deep rooted into you from when you were little. You know, hearing your parents argue and hearing we're broke. What the fuck do you think I'm supposed to do? Right? You hear that. You hear we're broke because you're gonna take that because okay you're from 0 to 7 you're only gonna hear we're broke and then it's like oh, okay we're broke, but from 7 to 14 you start really understanding more
What does that mean?
and it's like what is broke and what you see around you is okay and maybe it's just because I mean I was a very observant child but and I remember a lot of things like my parents like yeah we struggled to get to where we are today but they didn't make it seem like we struggled right. No, you hear the little arguments here and there, but I mean, what couple doesn't argue?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard I can't afford this. I've heard we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, and that we'll see is like, man, just tell me no. But we'll see, like it's more like
There's a
be
possibility.
patient. That is a possibility, and be patient. When you hear be patient, then it's like, okay,
It might happen.
it might happen.
Okay.
That hope that it might happen.
Mm-hmm.
That risk, that risk reward thing, you hear it might happen. So what am I doing right now? Podcast. I'm making music. Plugging my album again, March 23rd. Go ahead and
This right here, right?
hey, you gotta plug it.
Hey, for real, man. Put
Shameless
yourself out
plugs.
there. Put yourself out there, man.
And this is my platform anyway. Go get the album. It'll be on YouTube anyway. So go ahead and get that.
It
Shameless
bumps.
plug. And I'll put a pre-save link for Spotify.
Heck
All
yeah,
right.
make sure y'all subscribe to this, man.
Please. It does a lot. It does a lot. But like when you hear be patient, like I'm doing all these things. This is a great risk. I'm taking a huge risk right now. I'm in school, thousands of dollars of student loans, right? I mean, I got cut a deal because I got lucky with the student stuff, the FAFSA stuff, right?
Thank God, man.
Yeah.
That shit ain't easy
at all. And I get out in August, mid-August. And I'm taking a huge risk right now because y'all know how those payments are. As soon as you get out, you graduated, get your ass straight to the bank. Start knowing how to do these payments, nigga, because
Sally Mae coming for that money, bro.
Exactly. Like,
Sally Mae, she coming for the money.
It's like, hey, you graduated, good job, woo, yeah. I'm gonna drag your ass over here so you know, hey,
I want my money.
I want my money back. It's like, damn, all right, but yeah, I get out in August and I'm taking like a huge risk, not working and doing these things, but I'm so into the what might be, what I'm not even what might be, what I'm going to be, what's gonna come of this, right? But right now I'm saying what might be because I'm trying to make my point, right, with being patient. So being with what might be, you're always in the future and shit, right? You don't want to be in the future. You want to be in the present. You want to be in the present moment. And I'm not talking about those people that are like, live in the moment. Yeah, live in the moment. No, nigga, no. It's not a fucking commercial. I'm not jumping, doing backflips on the beach and hitting a damn volleyball. Talking about live in the moment. No, I'm talking about when shit gets rough. And you're worrying about what might be or what could have been. Now you got regrets because you're looking in your past and seeing like, damn, I should have did this sooner.
Well, that shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's always gonna push you down, man.
Exactly. And you got to understand that you got to keep moving forward. When I say moving forward, I'm not talking about looking in the future because, like, man, if I did this in the past, this is where I could have been now. Or this is where I could be in the future if I did that 10 years ago. Now you're looking at both, and you're not even looking at your present moment. Like, hey, be grateful that you're even somewhere where you can actually sit here and bitch and moan about things that already happened and didn't happen yet.
Man, see, that's where, because I like that. And to this day, I still have problems with that. But, man, I love this quote, and I might mess up on it, but I got it. I got this shit from freaking Kung Fu Panda, bro. That nigga, Master Oogway, that man was saying some real shit, bro. Man said, the past is history. The future is a mystery. But the present is a gift. That's why they call it present. Exactly. I was like, damn. And of course, to me, I'm like, that shit just sound nice because it rhymed a little bit.
Exactly.
But when you grow up, man, and you start thinking about it, like, hold on. He said the past is history. Meaning what? I can't change anything about it unless you got some kind of way of time traveling, but you can't change that. The future, I mean, what can you can only do so much to that, You might wake up tomorrow and then all of a sudden something may happen. You might die tomorrow. So you don't know exactly what will happen. But right now, you know what you can do. I can lift my hand right now. I can move my leg right now, which is a gift. And I think too many people are thinking about life instead of living it. And we said that shit yesterday, man. Tell me why.
I said that.
Man, we was in the car, man. My car. And when I tell you, bro, me and him was talking for 2 hours straight after balling. For 2 hours. And we come to agreement, man. Too many people are thinking about living instead of living. Because we was like, well, first off, he said before we go any further, he's the one that said too many people are thinking about their lives than living it. I'm the one that said, well, if you're thinking too much about it, you probably won't be living it. You know what I mean? It's two different sides of the ball game. And in order to live it, not saying don't think before you do, of course, and be smart about it, but
Yeah.
shit, I'm just saying don't think so much to where you don't even have enough time to do.
And like, if you're gonna think about it, be calculated. Be like, know like what you're thinking about. Don't just think about. Let me get up here. I can't. Let me like be calculated, because that was one thing I always took pride of. People would be like, "Oh, you don't like, what's your future? Like, what are you gonna do?" It's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm calculated. I know exactly. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what time it is when school is done, or especially now, because like there's nothing else I want to do in this life. Like I've already told myself it's either this or nothing. This is my greatest risk, is letting myself know that it's either this or nothing. If I don't do this, which I'll have other things, but who gives a fuck about that? If I don't do this, I have zero, absolutely zero, nothing, goose egg, right? And by telling myself that, it built up a little bit of like a fear, right? Not a fear of, oh my God, what if I don't get this done? What if I don't? No, it's more like, it's not even a fear. It's more like,
It's kind of like
holding
a push,
yourself.
a
Yeah,
motivation
it's like a push.
to
Yeah.
get yourself somewhere.
It's like, it's this or it's Nerf or nothing.
Yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to
Yeah.
fail, bro. Don't be fear.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
be a fear of failure,
you
bro.
gotta fail.
You
You
have
have
to.
to fail.
Like, in order to learn, get yourself somewhere else. Because I remember, man, what a lot of y'all don't know is I'm a minister in training, and one of the messages that I preached was thanking God for your obstacles, which a lot of people don't like, but sorry to say, guys, but your failure is an obstacle. You have to thank God for that, because without that failure, you didn't know how to overcome it. So when it comes back to you, you're like, oh, move to the right. I already know how to dodge that one.
Exactly. And like, I wish they preach this more in church. Like, don't just come to God when
You need something.
like,
Please don't do
exactly. You're just like, oh my God, yeah. Oh, I'm struggling right now. I really need you. That's, if I was, well, okay, in my spirituality sense, I am a God, right? Not the God. That's
ego.
That's called being a dickhead. All right, we just go ahead and say that right there.
Right.
But being a God, as in I'm one with the Creator. I see Jesus as a symbolic form of
Us.
what we all are. Yep. And we are intertwined together. That's how I feel. But damn, I lost my train.
Man, lost the train of thought.
Hey, but because I said something, I always say that, and it was real nice.
But yeah, it's around this. It's like that, when he's saying he thinks of himself as one with the Creator.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We all have a piece of God in us, a piece of Jesus. Because when Jesus left, a lot of people don't see this, but when Jesus left, his disciples were too busy asking him, what are we supposed to do? How are we going to do this without him? Jesus said, I want y'all to do what I did. I want y'all to do better than I can. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think good parents, you know what I'm saying? Good parents. Why do they always tell their kids, do better than I did? My dad always preaches this to all of us. If I got a master's, what are you supposed to get? A doctorate.
Exactly.
If I have a doctorate, what do you get? 2. I want you to get 2. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I lived my struggles. I've done this. I'm putting you in the pathway so you don't have to do those struggles, but make your own so that you can go even further than what I did. And that's what Jesus called us to do as believers, or even just as people, do better than the last. That's why I'm trying to see human growth because we are growing at the same as destroying ourselves, but that's for another day, another topic.
Yeah,
But still,
I'm about to open that shit wide
like
open.
that's a definite
Hey.
another topic. We already in this, man, deep. We in this.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, but for real though, the whole point of matter is building on failure and using it as an obstacle, because what you're going through right now, you may feel you hit rock bottom. Especially even if you feel it, it does not matter what age you are, by the way. People are feel like they hit rock bottom at 15, and that's sad. I don't want that to happen, of course.
And
If I could change it, I would, but I'm too busy thinking I hit rock bottom, you know what I'm saying?
the thing with that is, like, always ask yourself this question: what am I basing this on?
Mm-hmm.
Am I basing this on? Am I basing this on
Other people's?
other people's mistakes?
All right.
Or not mistakes, but other people's success? Am I basing this on society standards for who I am?
That's a good one.
Am I, or who I'm supposed to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we see these celebrities as huge, just gods, right? When they're so far from it. And I remember there's this quote that I said yesterday when we were talking in the car. It's called, I am not what you think I am. But what you think I am is what you are.
Explain it.
Meaning, when we see these celebrities as gods, it's like, hey, I'm not a god. But you, or no, I'm not the god. I'll say that. Hey, I'm not the god. Because we worship them like they're kings, right? Kings and queens. And historically, kings are bad, terrible. This is why when I hear people say the king of all kings or the god of all gods, it's like, kings are not good. I wouldn't want to call the creator a king. I call the creator because the creator has no gender. The creator, to me, is a symbolic form of what the universe is. Who he made us, right? Which, when you hear it in science, they say, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's like, okay, so how the fuck are we here? Can't answer those questions. So, we have these books, like we have the Bible and we have the Quran and all these things where it's like, okay, well, these are more, reliable things because the Bible kind of makes more sense. So somebody created us, right? Instead of, he created us from the dust and the dirt. Because, when we die, we go back into the dust. We go back into the dirt, and we're like minerals. We're like fertilizer, right?
Everything's a cycle.
Exactly. So it makes way more sense. It's the Bible is spiritual. It's not. It wasn't made for religion. The Bible was spiritual. But you're gonna adopt books in your religion because you like the book so much that you're gonna adopt in your religion. I can make a religion today, and put my new book that I'm coming out with. Not this trauma of mine, which I'm writing also. That book is definitely not gonna be in a religion.
Yeah, call your religion keyism.
That actually would be kind of heat.
Low key, that sounds like some keyism. Bro, make that into a fucking album or something. Keyism.
A whole religion, a whole movement.
Yeah, we call it keyism.
That's cool. But back to my earlier point, saying I am not what you think I am. But what you think I am, you are. As in, you think I'm this God. I'm not that way. I'm a human being, right? But the same way that you see me as the exact same way that you are. If you see me as a God, that's what you are. You gotta understand, like, you're a God, right? You're your own God. You paint your own reality. Which I said in episode 6 of painting your canvas. You paint your own reality. Your reality is so different from somebody else's. Mm-hmm. Far different. we're all connected, but in the way of realities, it's your own reality. Your human body experience is your own human body experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all spiritual entities, right? We're all gods, but your your physical body has a different experience. You have a different human experience than everybody else, which is great to me because even with those different experiences, you can come together.
Heck yeah.
But the meaning of, the point was to stop seeing, see yourself as you see these celebrities. Now, if you see them as dickheads, don't see yourself as a dickhead because that's fucking stupid. Unless you actually feel like you're a dickhead, then, okay, you're a dickhead, then you need to fix that.
But to say, there's some things I was about to say that quote can also be in a negative way to all y'all that are negative, like bullies, man. A bully will call you stupid and call you ugly and stuff like that. But like you would say, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not who you say I am. You calling me stupid. I think that's what you think of yourself.
Exactly.
You think of yourself as stupid. You think of yourself as ugly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry you go through that. And I don't think you should think of yourself that way. But sorry. What's that one? What's that one? Anything you say to me reflects and hits you.
Yeah. It's more just, it's like projection. Carl Jung. I need to continue to read this book. Also, I got so many unfinished books, man. But Carl Jung, he even said, I think it was him that said projection is like, I can't remember the exact quote, so don't quote me on this, obviously, right? But I think it's like projection is one of the worst things of mankind.
I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. He definitely said something totally different, but that's kind of
the gist.
The gist. Which is true. Like, you're like, imagine being insecure as a top military general and you light up another country. I'm not saying that's what Russia and Ukraine is doing. That's
what we're saying has nothing to do with politicians, no politics or anything. So do not pair the two up. No,
but I will say this about Russia.
Yikes.
Don't do that shit where you say, fuck Russia, I hate Russians. Don't do that shit. Because Russians are, even the Russian military, they're just as human being as you are. So half them niggas don't even know that they're there to murder people. And people are like, well, if they didn't know that, then why are they still continuing? Nigga, because if they go back to Russia, they're dead. They're gonna get executed. So are you gonna fight, or you gonna go back home only to be labeled a fucking war criminal and killed or put in prison?
Exactly.
For the rest of your life, a POW at that. Even though you're in the army, it's just like,
so you got the tryhards that be like, I'd rather die. Okay, good for you, man. But right, not everyone thinks that way. There's a lot of people out there that will say, man, I'll do this, and this. But in reality, when you're faced with death, you'll do almost anything. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. Like I'd rather die than do this. Okay, well, let somebody put a barrel of a shotgun down your face, and then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, no, actually, I changed my mind. Mm-hmm. But like with the Russians, like, I remember I was in speech class and somebody brought this to me, and it was very apparent to me that this is so true. Like, Russians are just as much people as we are. We, especially Americans, bro, we are so fucking trash at this when it comes to any race, any other race, any other country, any other ethnicity, anything. We are ass at this. White people, black people, and Hispanics, it doesn't matter what race you are, bro. We are astronomically terrible at this.
Aliens.
We suck when it comes to shit like this. When 9/11 happened, everybody from the Middle East, you see them, pardon my French, even though I've been cussing the whole time, but this is a slur, right? But, you sand niggas. It's like, not all of them are terrorists, bro. Like, that's like a tiny population of extremists that care about whatever religion they have so much that they decided to not have any other religion, right?
Heck yeah, terrorist. The name, just saying terrorists, is almost or basically a slur. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
gotten so
just
bad to where they use it themselves. They'll be like, you know what? Okay, what are you? I'm a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like just like what black people did with the word nigga. We got called it so many times. What do we want? We took it. Now, if you see a white person say it, guess what? In the dirt or something.
and it is weird because like you gonna let a word control you? Like, okay, I understand slavery, 60s down, Jim Crow laws. I get all of that shit, right?
It was a choice, Kanye.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Keep going.
I love Kanye, but no, that's not what he meant though. No, he was talking about like,
bro.
you know, like the work.
Yeah.
He was talking about
Yeah.
like working, like you're choosing to slave at work.
But
Like,
keep going.
yeah, like just you're getting a paycheck, so now it's okay to slave at work, you know, and not see your family and whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's what Kanye meant to the fucking idiots that couldn't understand that. Just like the shit with the vaccines.
Man,
No,
that's
like this,
too touchy,
hey,
bro. Go back.
But okay, I'm not saying this is true.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people saying like there's a protein that's from HIV that's in the vaccine, right? That kind of messes with your immune system. I saying people were saying because obviously there's no true credible sources, right? Because who the fuck is gonna be like, oh yeah, we do that? Like, no. If I promise you, if I was poisoning people, I would not tell. Like, that's weird. Like, oh yeah, I put cyanide in this drink. Yeah, I did that. No, not doing that. But I remember when there was a post from like I think the Canadian news. It said, "Oh my God, there's not AIDS in the vaccine." It's like, no, that's not what they're saying. They're saying there's a protein from AIDS or HIV. Protein from HIV is what they were saying, right? Which I don't know how true that is. So I'm not gonna be like one of those skeptics or fucking conspiracy theorists, because like people forget that vaccines are trial and error.
Yo.
It's an experiment. We don't want to call it that, but it is an experiment. It's a trial and error. After we experiment on whatever other species we have on anything, we're like, okay, let's give it to the public now. Even when you make food, right? Even with GMOs and all that, it's still an experiment, bro. It's like, okay, so we moved all those pesticides away. Okay, now let's give it out to the general public and see how it works with them. Breaking news, somebody has passed away. Oh, okay, so we can't use that pesticide. Let's go ahead and bring it back and use something else. Mm-hmm. It's an experiment. Everything is trial and error. What I'm doing right now, this is an experiment. Podcasts are an experiment. It doesn't matter if you've been doing it for 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, which, I mean, obviously you haven't been doing it for 100 years because nobody had this yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean. You get the gist. Mm-hmm. Me making music is still an experiment. I found my sound, but you're still experimenting with different things. I make beats. I'm experimenting with different instruments. Everything is an experiment in life. So really, we can call this human experience a human experiment. But that's until a later date. Mm-hmm. I'd actually want to make a YouTube video on that. That'd be nice. But that's that. But back to like the Russian thing. You know, they're humans just like we are. Now people like Putin or his people that are around him that can't even sit by him, bro. Cause like he portraying like dominance, right?
All right.
Those people, they're evil people because of what they're doing. Which it would make sense. Like, okay, you don't want NATO to have a territory right on your borders. That makes a lot of sense. It's like with the big military, right? That's kind of like, okay, hey, that's kind of crazy. Like, we don't want. That's like if Texas seceded, right? And we just built this fucking massive military power, and we got shit from like China and Russia and all these things. America's gonna be like, hey, no, that does not work out. Like, you cannot have the shit that you have right now. Like, no, we can't do that. still, you don't go into a country, invade them, and demilitarize them. That's kind of crazy because now they're killing innocent civilians, which I definitely don't condone that shit. I don't even condone war or the act of murder, right? It's fascinating to look into to see, like, why do people do the things that they do?
Like Hitler?
Yes.
Like, why the hell did you do that? I want to understand why, you know what I mean?
It's the corruption of power and childhood trauma. His parents tried to kill him, like, on 3 different occasions. His mom tried to abort him, for one. And I think they tried to drown him. And then I think they left him somewhere. That's not funny, but
I was to say, this man laughing at my man childhood, talking about like, don't judge other people.
No, because it's like, man, we done tried to kill this motherfucker twice. Man, I'm done. But then, he goes on the front lines of the World War I. He was on the front lines of the German army, and then becomes the top dictator ever, right? Well, I wouldn't say ever, because Kim Jong-un is still alive, and what's his name is still alive. I don't know if he's a dictator, Putin. I don't know what his rank is. I know he's obviously the highest of the high, but I don't know if he's a dictator or whatever.
But either way, man. See, serial killers aren't born, right?
Yeah, definitely.
They're made.
Born. They're made.
Just like Hitler was made, you know what I'm saying? But all of this to say is like, we're kind of going everywhere, but I promise you it all ties together with just, rock bottom and stuff. If you're a rock bottom, how could you judge someone else's? Just like we were talking about Russia. You can't go feeling like you're at rock bottom and then go behind someone else that is also rock bottom and judge them. As Americans, we can't go to another country and think that they're shit when we might be shit. You know what I mean?
That's
so it's all different rock bottoms that we need to all overcome and use as pillars to help build something much better than what we are now, so.
And I feel like we're more of a piece of shit than a lot of these countries, because yes, okay, all right, yeah, we passed the,
that hurt,
it was a bill, huh?
That hurt.
We are, bro.
You calling me a shit now?
No, I ain't saying. I'm just saying, bro. Like, we gotta be like truthful, bro. Like, bro. Like, America, dude. Like, we're free. Yeah, freedom. We have choices. What is freedom? Choices.
Land of the free.
Like, it's not. I don't know what people think freedom is. Like, you can't just do whatever. Okay, that's what choices is. But freedom is not. You just go buck fucking wild and do what you want. No, there's still laws, like laws and regulations that you gotta follow. It's like, I don't know how many more rights we can give people. Like, we all have the same rights. You don't just get more rights just because of your ethnicity or your sexual orientation. And I just feel like that's fucking weird. It's like, I'm trying to hold back, like, my aggressive nature, because, I still want this podcast to go on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube be banning stuff, taking you off because you said some weird stuff.
Yeah, and it's more like when people say the truth. Mm-hmm. Unless your ass is, like, extremely far right, then it's like, okay, dude, you're just saying this out of spite because you hate another part of the government. Like, our government is like, you know how sad that is, bro? Like, grown-ass men, grown-ass women, and they're talking about something. Oh, okay, the bill might be good, but I'm not going to pass it because you're on the other party. Like, okay, I won't say nothing to that because I'm not in the government, so. And nobody really, like, all these other political motherfuckers are not in the government, so we can't really talk about government things when you're not in the government. So it's like, it's right. Like, oh, this president is, Biden is so this, Trump was so that. It's like, could you run the company? Could you run the country? It's like, well, all right then, shut your ass up. Like, what the fuck have you done to even be able to say anything? Mm-hmm. Like, it's so easy to get on somebody when you're at rock bottom and you don't want to deal with your own problems. It's easy to call Trump a racist. It's easy to call Biden a racist. I mean, okay. Well, I mean, Biden, he got some shit that he did. But still, like, it's easy to call these motherfuckers racist, right? It's easy to say that he's an asshole or Trump's a dickhead or oh, the rich all just take all our money. The successful do this. Like, it's easy to say that when you're all right. It's easy to say like you're fucking pissed at these guys, right? It's easy to say that shit, right? When you're at rock bottom and you don't have a way to be on the same level as they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to do that shit. It's easy to judge others when you're not on their same level, or quote unquote on their same level.
Yep.
It's easy to do that when you. It's easy to be a selfish prick when you don't have anything, and be an asshole when you don't have anything. When you're at rock bottom, but you see these people doing better than you, so now you're comparing yourself. Now you're getting pissed because they're doing better than you. But instead of looking at yourself and calling yourself an asshole for even comparing yourself and getting mad at them, you go to them and call them an asshole because why? Because they have all this money and they don't want to give it back. Nigga, I work for this shit. Who the fuck am I? I'm not giving nothing to you. Now, that's different for me. Like, if I work for this, I want to give back to the world, right? I want to really do these things for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I really want, to help people. That's what I want to do. But, like, it's so easy. I'm gonna end it off of this, right? It's so easy to tear somebody else down when you're lower than them. You want to put somebody on your same level because you're at rock bottom.
Heck yeah, man. Don't let jealousy corrupt you, man.
Don't let envy corrupt you either. Don't let pride corrupt you. Don't let gluttony, whatever. All the 7 deadly sins, don't let them even touch you, bro.
Heck yeah, man.
Which is, hard to say. But
still, the truth of the matter is, man, when you're rock bottom, it's just a matter of, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm trying to, like, or at least I'd like to say this little talk that we're having isn't really saying I'm giving you advice or anything. It's more like us talking, y'all listening, and even talking amongst yourselves when you hear it. But maybe you hearing this and talking with yourself might give yourself advice that being at rock bottom isn't always I'm probably going to die. It's more of on the lines as when, and I like this saying, is when you're at rock bottom, there's no other way else to go but up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So just keep looking up, don't judge others. Just run your race. Just like a horse, run your race. Do what you got to do to succeed in life, and don't be looking for these get rich quick schemes. Do what you love. You know what I'm saying? Doing something that gets you money is a job, but doing something that you love to do and getting paid for it is a career. All right? Shit's crazy.
Especially, hell, and I'll even go this far. It ain't a job when you're doing it's your passion, nigga. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle. Fuck a career, fuck a job, means to an end, whatever. When you doing something you love, it's a lifestyle. You wake up feeling like an artist. I wake up feeling like an artist.
Hell yeah.
Wake up feeling like the man. This head ass, that little mozzie shit. Hey, but no, but yeah, I just wanted to end it on that. The real thing I'm gonna end it on, because I said I was gonna end it like 3 times, but the real thing I'm gonna end it on is don't damn. Okay. Fuck, hey, rock bottom, right? Rock bottom. It's easy to fuck with somebody else's life, right? Or Easy to insult other people when you're lower than them. It's easy to do that, right? When you're at rock bottom because you're not looking at yourself. When you feel like you hit rock bottom and there's no way out, look inside yourself. Confront yourself. Then encourage yourself. Then encourage yourself. Then no, it's I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it because we actually running low on time right now. We gotta go. But when you're at rock bottom, look into yourself, confront yourself, borderline insult yourself, encourage yourself, then bring yourself up. Do steps to bring yourself up. And I'm just gonna end it there. And yeah, Key and Tomaro signing off.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir.